Welcome to Rice TVX. On today's live Rice Report, I'm going to be having a conversation with OpenAI's ChatGPT. Give me a 5x5 and let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Be sure to smash that like button. Five by five, if you can hear. We are good to go. Welcome to Rice TVX. Once again, on tonight's live Rice Report, I am going to have a conversation with OpenAI's ChatGPT. I did ask it a few questions earlier just to kind of get a feel for what it can do, what it can say, and how it works, so I can make sure that everything was functionable for actually doing this. And I appreciate Jay, Nomish Jay, for making a suggestion of actually doing this, an actual kind of like an interview, basically. I'm calling it a conversation, a discussion, but it is an interview. Now, before we get started, make sure you're paying attention. Well, I got a channel promo that I'm getting ready to play. But before I do play my channel promo, I do have to give a shout out to the sponsors of Rice TVX who make it possible for me to do this full time. You can always find information in the video description for pre-search and for Monarch Wallet. All right, and before we begin, before I do the channel promo, I want to let everybody know I did do an interview earlier today with Jacob Israel. That is available right now, unedited, no ads, on my Patreon channel. Or if you want to become a lifetime member to my private website, you can get access. I'll send you the link via email. It's probably going to be released in the next 48 hours publicly, but if you would like to get access to the Jacob Israel interview, again, you could join my Patreon channel on a monthly basis until I have this website built, or you can support me via this fundraiser that I'm doing. So I'm doing a fundraiser to build a private website that will include private hosting and private servers. That way, I am uncensorable. That way, you know where you'll be able to find my content in case anything ever happens. We see the war going on against First Amendment. We see all the censorship happening on social media platforms, the games that I had to play with YouTube. So I will be building that private website, private servers, private hosting, and I'm offering 50 people lifetime access. It's going to be a monthly subscription to be able to join in the future. I'm going to be having a site built as soon as possible. I am right now almost at 20 people, which covers the initial cost to get this thing going. 50 people, $100. That helps me to raise $5,000. Again, 20 people initially, that's $2,000 to pay for the initial cost to get everything kind of rolling. And what I'm offering, again, is lifetime access to this website, place where you'll find my videos, place where you can build community. I'll have forums, chats, and also we'll be including a special gift, some swag, some Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain swag. I've got some stickers right now. I've ordered some patches that have Velcro backing with a button loop for Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain. And I got some other things that I'm looking into, like keychains, traditional pens that you could put on your jacket, purse, backpack, whatever the situation might be. So that will be included. And it's also going to be a limited edition run on that swag. I'm only going to be printing up 100 to 150 of those. So it will be extremely limited edition. And right now, again, 50 people, $100. And you can email me at ricemediagroup@protonmail.com and put lifetime in the subject line. If you are interested, I have my PayPal and my Cash App information below in the video description, and I will have it scrolling across the screen throughout today's live stream. If you do send $100 via one of those methods, make sure you send me an email. Let me know that you paid so I can get you added to that list. And I will send you a link to that Jacob Israel interview. So before we begin, a real quick Rice TVX promo. Make sure you're paying attention to all things being said right here. Before we get into it, make sure you visit ricetvx.com and sign up for my mailing list so you never miss an update or new Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain content. You will also find links to all of my various channels as well as my social media. Make sure you're following both of my YouTube channels, Rice TVX as well as Rice Against the Grain. And due to censorship, make sure you're following me on other alternative platforms such as Rumble and Odyssey, where I do post up exclusive content. If you want to support Rice TVX, be sure to check out and join my Patreon channel, where you will get early access to my videos with no ads, unedited. You will also get exclusive content and more. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. I do want to shout out everybody who has made it so far into the live chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Want to go ahead and shout out everybody, and then I will be taking questions from everybody. As I'm asking some questions to this chat bot, I will be taking questions as well from all the viewers. So if you have some questions, kind of hold off until I'm ready to open it up to viewers. But I will be giving everybody an opportunity to ask some questions, and I will have links down below so that if you want to experiment with it yourself as well. 151crypto.com. I appreciate you tuning in. Martin Ansel, it's always good seeing you in the UK. Bobcat, my friend, it is good seeing you, Buttercup. Rick Costa, thank you for that 5x5. We have Derman 4106 in the house. Sean C, thank you as well for promoting the video on Twitter and for the 5x5. And definitely make sure you guys smash that like button. It helps the channel. It helps to show the algorithm that you actually enjoy this content, and hopefully it would suggest it to other people. So please take time to smash that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated. And thank you for the support as well. Finish going through the comments, and then we'll pull up everything with the ChatGPT stuff. Crypto Blood is in the house. My homie, my brother from another mother, is good seeing you. What is good, my peoples? I will definitely hit you up soon after this live stream, my friend. So make sure you guys are catching up on the uncensored episodes that me and Crypto Blood have done. They're on my Rumble and Odyssey channel. I believe they're on his as well. Make sure you're subscribed to his Rumble channel as well as mine. And you will also find collaborative videos on both of our channels that we've done recently. So if you haven't checked those out, be sure to do so. Tara Spence, I appreciate. Let me know real quick if you are, I want to make sure I get this correct. I'm not sure if you emailed me, if you were one of the individuals that became a lifetime member. If you are, I greatly appreciate. Does your name start with a P? I don't want to give out any information because it looks like it would be the same person, but I just want to make sure that it's you. So if your name starts with a P, let me know that it's you. And if you became lifetime, if you did, once again, I appreciate. Let's see here. All right, Link Properties with Simon Hornstra. Hey, yeah, my friend. Thanks for joining, and thanks for smashing that like button, and thank you for sharing. I greatly appreciate it, my friend. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into tonight's live stream and share some information before we begin, just so you guys can get a feel for what this is, because some people don't even really understand what this chatbot GPT-3 is. So I want to go ahead and explain that to everybody. I want to go full screen just for a moment. So recently, a new sensation powered by artificial intelligence has taken the internet by storm in the past month. We've seen many versions of chatbots that provide 24/7 support, but this one is something new and exciting. So in case you don't know, sometimes the customer service support that you have online is not actually an individual, it is AI. So sometimes you don't even realize that you're communicating with artificial intelligence or artificial general intelligence. So ChatGPT 3 was released as a successor of the GPT series, GPT-N series, and it just took 5 days to gain 1+ million users. Trained version of NLP, which is natural language processing, can convert text and can be engaging like human interaction. So as we scroll down, ChatGPT is an innovative move to build a connection between humans and a bot that connects so seamlessly that it almost feels like a natural conversation. Again, you probably had conversations with AI if you've had conversations with customer service on websites. Unlike traditional methods, this technology has been combined with AI algorithms to offer solutions to their users, just like a normal messaging application. So it was founded by OpenAI, aims to eliminate the problem of traditional chatbot methods, which we are using throughout the platform, such as banking, e-commerce, and works like natural touch of a human being. It is aimed to provide answers based on feelings, auto detection of words, and provide outputs based on the inputs given by the users. And it explains how it works. So if you would like to read a little bit more, basically providing an immersive experience to their users via textual forms. The models have been trained in such a way that it chats with a human, just like other humans, and it continuously reinforces learning from the feedback received from human beings. So the more that we talk to these chatbots, the more that they're able to learn. In other words, it's nothing more than a model that is being trained by humans and powered by AI. And based on the inputs and feedback, it shifts its pattern and responds accordingly. Talks about it being a reliable technology because there are some drawbacks. It's not 100% accurate and it can provide answers that might discomfort users, which I've only asked a few questions. And it talks about how to use ChatGPT. It gives some steps for it, but it's pretty simple. Once we go over to the openai.com website, you'll see right here at the top, introducing ChatGPT research release, try. Once you click on try, it will take you to where you can actually communicate or give you a little bit of instructions. But first, we'll look at OpenAI's actual about section. So OpenAI is an AI research and deployment company. Their mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all humanity. And I agree that we definitely need to have AI being beneficial to humanity because it's coming regardless. So they do this by which they mean highly autonomous systems that outperform humans at most economical, valuable work benefits all humanity. We will attempt to directly build safe and beneficial AGI, but we'll also consider our mission fulfilled if our work aids others to achieve this outcome. So that's basically what OpenAI is. It's an AI company. They've come up with several different artificial intelligences. They have Dolly, Dolly 2, Whisper. So you can explore the website yourself if you want to get a little bit more information. And as we get over here to the actual chat itself, I want to go ahead and get myself back on screen now. You can see what it says. Basically, it gives examples of some of the questions that you can ask. It lets you know about the capabilities and the limitations. Now, the one thing I will let you know before we begin is you have to sign in, you have to create an account. I signed in with my Google account and it requires a phone number. So it's going to ask you for a phone number. So I did give it my phone number so I could be able to do this because there was no way to do it without that. You had to give a phone number for it to verify that you were, I guess, a real person. And I'm not paying for this, so I'm the product, which I get. Also, talking about the capabilities, it can remember what was said earlier in the conversation. It allows users to provide follow-up corrections. It's trained to decline inappropriate requests. It may occasionally generate incorrect information. It may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. And I'll cover that in a minute. Limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. So the may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. The one thing that we have to take in consideration is it's not as if this artificial intelligence bot, this chat bot, has a mind of its own, so to say. It's programmed. And the programmer, the person who built these things, or the person that's programming these things, can input their biases into this so that it could be pro certain areas of politics, whatever the situation might be. Um, and I did ask it an interesting question that I will ask with everybody else so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about with some of the biasness. But I'm going to leave this screen open with the limitation stuff in case I need to come back to it. I created another channel. And something else I will let people know is Presearch hasn't made this public yet. One of my sponsors, I run their live stream every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. They actually have they have Chat GPT inside of what they're doing with the search engine. And I have access to that since I'm doing the live streams. So to give you an example is, how do you build a centralized search engine? And you'll see a response here scrolling down. And it actually gives this really long response. And I'll actually ask the same question of Chat GPT after I ask it a series of questions. But it gives 5 steps here in how to build a decentralized search engine. And the team over at Presearch said this was a really good layout for actually building a decentralized search engine. So it does have some really good capabilities to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off and say hello. Hello, how can I help you today? And as you see, it records your conversations here and you can remove them as well. Can I interview you for my YouTube channel? I don't know if this is annoying for you guys listening to me say and type. I am sorry, but I am not capable of being interviewed, as I am just a computer program. However, I am happy to help you with any questions and information you may need for your YouTube channel. Okay, well, since you're going to ask me about my YouTube channel, what is the best way to grow a YouTube channel? I don't think I have to put question marks or anything like that. There are several ways to grow a YouTube channel, but some of the most effective methods include creating high quality, engaging content that appeals to your target audience. Am I doing that? 2, consistently uploading new videos on a regular basis, and I have been slacking a little bit on that, but that will be changing. I've just been doing a lot of work on the back end. 3, optimizing your videos for search by relevant keywords in the title, description, and tags, and I think I do a good job on that. 4, promoting your channel on social media and other online platforms, which I do. 5, collaborating with other YouTubers and influencers in your niche. I definitely do that. As I mentioned, me and Crypto Blood, we've done videos together. And I did mention my video interviewing Jacob Israel, which is on my Patreon channel, right meow. Also, 6, interacting with your audience by responding to comments and messages. And I definitely try to do that. If you do comment on my videos, you may notice I try to make an effort to comment back. 7, using paid promotion like Google AdWords for videos and YouTube ads to reach new audiences. That's not something I've done. It's something I've thought about doing, and I've heard from other content creators it's not a good idea. So I'm going to look more into that. Remember, growing a YouTube channel takes time and effort, and it's important to be patient and persistent. So those are the kind of answers that it's giving. Let me go ahead real quick, go back to the screen here. See what we got going on being said. Definitely make sure you guys are smashing that like button. I wanted to try out ice skating, so I asked chat for some recommendations. That AI hole recommended I wait until the weather got warmer. Hilarious. Maybe it's based somewhere really, really cold. Who knows? That's interesting. How to get more live stream viewers? Yes. Hopefully the question I asked is relevant to yours. You asked GPT how to be more successful in life, and it said no matter what you do, always give 100% unless you're donating blood. Good one, man. Good. Love it. Good evening, Alexandre. Simon, thank you. It's definitely easy to use. Identity block. Good seeing you, man. Message me back about 30, 40 minutes after this live stream, my friend. Ask why Davos is so bad. Let me get to that. I will. Okay, so the next question I want to ask is what is God? The concept of God varies across different cultures and religions. In monotheistic religions such as Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, God is typically considered to be a creator and ruler of the universe and the ultimate source of morality and authority. In polytheistic religions, there are multiple gods and goddesses with different roles and responsibilities. In some spiritual beliefs, God is not considered to be a personal being, but rather an impersonal force or energy that pervades the universe. Others do not believe in any kind of higher power or deity. The nature, existence, and characteristics of God is a complex and diverse topic that has been debated throughout human history. When did human history begin? Sometimes it takes a minute to answer. I guess it's trying to pull its resources here. The exact date when human history began is a matter of debate among scholars. However, the emergence of anatomically modern humans is genetically believed to have occurred around 200,000 years ago. And this is based on the earliest fossils of anatomically modern humans, which have been found in Eastern Africa. Excuse me. However, the history of human-like species or hominoids can be traced back several million years. For example, the genus Homo, of which modern humans are the only extant species, first appeared around 2.8 million years ago. It's also important to note the concept of human history and the beginning of it varies depending on the culture and society. Some might consider the history of their civilization as the beginning of human history, while others might take into account the evolutionary history of the genus Homo. Okay. Let's see here. What is the meaning of life? Sure, a lot of people are asking that question often. What is the meaning of life? Let me go ahead and give it time to pull up and populate that response. And in the meantime, I'm going to throw up a little banner here for you guys. Make sure you take advantage and get your free half ounce of silver from Money Metals Exchange. You got to be a first-time buyer, purchase a minimum of $100 worth of goods, and use the promo code RICETVX at checkout. You get a free half ounce of silver, and it's an additional way to support the channel, and it would be greatly appreciated. Make sure you follow me on all my social media links. They are down below in the video description, and you can also find them on my website at ricetvx.com. You can find links to Rice Against the Grain, my new YouTube channel. I put a video out yesterday explaining a lot of changes, and make sure you're signing up for my mailing list over on Rice TVX while you're at it. And go ahead and read this answer. I want to go full screen here just for a moment, change up the scenery we got going on the screen. I will come back to the live chat and get some questions. But the meaning of life is a philosophical and existential question that has been debated throughout human history. Different people and cultures have their own belief and ideas about the purpose of what the purpose of life is. Some religious or spiritual beliefs hold that the meaning of life is to fulfill a higher purpose or destiny, such as serving God or fulfilling a particular role in the universe. Others believe that the purpose of life is to seek happiness and fulfillment, or to live in a way that positively impacts the world. For some, the meaning of life is to find one's own purpose and meaning. Some people find their purpose in career, family, friends, personal growth, helping others, and so on. Some philosophers argue that life has no inherent meaning, but that each individual must create their own purpose through their choice and actions. Excuse me. In short, the meaning of life is a complex and multifaceted question that can have many different answers depending on one's beliefs, values, and perspectives. That's a pretty interesting answer there. Um, since we do talk about cryptocurrency, maybe I will ask it some cryptocurrency questions. And who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Satoshi Nakamoto is a pseudonym used by the unknown person or group of people who created Bitcoin and authored its original white paper in 2008. The true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto remains unknown, and the individual or group behind the pseudonym has remained anonymous. It is believed that the name is a pseudonym, as the true identity of the person or group behind it has never been revealed. They have not been active in the Bitcoin community since 2011. In late 2008, Nakamoto published a white paper detailing the workings of the word electronic cash system, which they called Bitcoin. Nakamoto then implemented the Bitcoin software as open source code and released it in January 2009. The identity of Satoshi Nakamoto remains unknown and has been a subject of much speculation over the years. Let's see here. Can you code a decentralized, I don't know why I'm adding decentralized, but decentralized private privacy based cryptocurrency? Can you code a decentralized private that has ease of use? Because I've heard people are using this for coding. Let's see if I got a response to this question I was asking somebody earlier on the telegrams. Let's see here. The guy that was suggesting that I do this live, Jay, from the ad copy, he was saying that he uses the Chat GPT to help with expanding his ad copy for real estate. And I was asking him to explain how it helped. And he said, from the ad copy that I write up, I can ask it to add a sense of urgency or to expand on certain points. It also helps me to rewrite the chat into a different lingo, such as rewrite in Texas style or Australian slang. And other things it does is create a list of useful hashtags. Very cool. So it's to answer that question, it says, as a language model, I am able to understand and generate text, but I am not able to execute code or develop software. And that's something that may have changed. I don't know, because I've heard people have gotten code from this thing. Creating a decentralized, privacy-based cryptocurrency that is easy to use would require extensive knowledge and experience in cryptography, blockchain technology, and user experience design, and it would likely involve a team of experts in these fields working together to design and develop the system. There are already few existing privacy cryptocurrencies which have ease of use in the market. For example, Monero, Zcash, Dash, Grin. They are built on different protocols and have different trade-offs in terms of privacy, scalability, and ease of use. Some of them are implementing technology like stealth addresses, ring signatures, etc., to provide privacy to the users. It is also important to note that creating a new cryptocurrency requires a lot of resources and time. It would also need to be widely adopted and accepted by the community in order to be successful. What is the best technology to create a private cryptocurrency? There's no one size fits all answer to what is the best technology to create a private cryptocurrency, as different technologies may be better suited for different goals and trade offs. However, some popular choices for creating private cryptocurrencies include seems to be pretty knowledgeable. Zero knowledge proofs, ring signatures, stealth addresses, confidential transactions, Mimble Wemble. Pretty interesting. It's important to note that creating a truly private cryptocurrency is challenging and can be hard to strike a balance between privacy and usability and between privacy and scalability. Wow, it's given some pretty interesting answers to some of these questions. Let me go ahead and change up some information on the screen. Look at the live chat for a moment and we will continue. Again, thanks to everybody for coming in and joining. And I really, Alexandre, I was looking at Davo's question. You'd have to really ask that in a different way. And I don't think it's partial to feelings. So when you ask why is Davos so bad, Davos is just a place in Switzerland. It's the meeting. It's the people behind the meeting. It's the World Economic Forum. Win GTU. Ajax and Fetch AI are the next big movers. I don't know if you guys saw my interview with Dr. Gertzel with Singularity Net. You guys should check that out if you haven't. He's one of the creators of Sophia the robot. I've been typing some Davos and World Economic Forums in the ChatGPT and got some very interesting replies. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Sean C. I've been okay. Sean C. I watched Redacted on the same platform and investigated a lot of information on. I like Redacted. That's a good show. Sasha Lopez, thanks for tuning in again, ladies and gentlemen. Smash those like buttons, thumbs up. Appreciate. Thank you, my friend. You've got it to generate code. It said it couldn't initially, and it kept asking, like, pretend that you are a software developer and write the example of code or whatever. Okay, cool. What's up, the Human Experience Podcast? Thanks for tuning in. That is correct. It said it had a problem answering questions before 2021. Let's see here. What would I ask? Trying to word this correctly. How or what is the best way to resist great button? I don't know if I want to answer this out loud on Rice TVX. I got to be careful. So we'll let it go on full screen and let you guys read it. But again, I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to watch, and I do encourage you guys to make sure you watch that video I put out yesterday. I think it's called It Had to Be Done. And also make sure you're subscribed over in my new channel, Rice Against the Grain, and links are down below, as well as for all my social media sites. And be sure, if you're interested in signing up for my fundraiser and getting lifetime access to my private website is being built. Again, you can email Rice Media Group at protonmail.com. 50 people will get lifetime access for $100, plus a special gift, which includes Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain swag. All right. So you guys can see everything that it's saying there. One of the best answers that I like is number 4. Number 3. It's actually given some pretty interesting information. Educate yourself and others about the potential implications of the great button and the policies and proposals being put forward. Joining or supporting organizations that are actively working to resist and advocate for alternative policies. Building local resilient communities that can withstand the potential impacts of the great button and provide support for one another. Supporting alternative economic models such as commodity-based currencies, local currencies, and bartering systems. investing in assets that are not directly connected to the global financial system, such as gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. Good answer for number 5. But number 3 and number 4 is all about agorism, all about counter economics, parallel societies, parallel marketplaces. So agorism is definitely the way. And I'm glad that GPT actually agrees with me here. What is the singularity? I know some of these questions are out of order. I meant to ask them in order, but I didn't have them written down. The singularity refers to a hypothetical point in future when technological progress will have advanced to the point where humanity will be irreversibly transformed. The term was popularized by mathematician and computer scientist Vernor Vinge, who in his 1993 paper, The Coming Technological Singularity, argued that the creation of superintelligent artificial intelligence would trigger runaway technology growth, resulting in an intelligence explosion that would change the course of human history. It's the point where the growth of technology and impact on society will become so rapid and profound that it will be impossible to predict future developments. Some people believe that singularity will bring about a utopia where humanity will be able to solve all of its problems and achieve a state of perfect happiness and prosperity. Others, however, believe that singularity could have negative consequences, such as extinction of humanity, as machines could become so intelligent that they could outsmart and control humans. It is important to note that singularity is still a topic of debate among scientists, futurists, and philosophers, and remains uncertain if or when it will happen. Some people believe that it will occur in the next few decades, while others believe that it may never happen. What are your thoughts on the fourth industrial revolution? Industrial revolution. See what it says. As an AI language model, I do not have personal opinions or thoughts. However, I can provide you with information on the fourth industrial revolution. It's a current period of technological change that is characterized by the integration of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, and big data analytics. It is widely believed that 4IR has been a potential for bringing the significant changes to the way we live, work, and interact with one another. Advancements in technology are likely to bring many benefits, such as increased productivity and efficiency, improved healthcare, and new forms of communication. However, it also brings many challenges and risks, such as displacement and the potential for misuse of technology. It's important to note it's a complex and multifaceted. So it likes to say multifaceted a lot. Governments, organizations, and individuals will have to play a role in ensuring that technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are developed, adopted, and used in ways that are responsible, equitable, and sustainable. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and see what the live chat has to say. If you guys have any questions, suggestions. Let's see here. What should I ask? I can ask if there's any gold. Is there any real gold at Fort Knox? It's the United States Army Post and heavily guarded bullion depository located in Kentucky, United States. It was established in 1937 to store a large portion of the United States gold reserves, as well as valuable items such as documents and other artifacts. The last time the full audit was conducted was in 1953. Since then, the U.S. government has not released detailed inventory of the gold held at Fort Knox. However, it is generally believed that Fort Knox does contain a large amount of gold. The gold stored at Fort Knox is owned by the U.S. Treasury and is used to back the country's currency. That's bullshit. And it's said that Fort Knox is one of the most secure facilities of its kind in the world. It's important to note. The gold stored in Fort Knox is not accessible to the public, and it is heavily guarded by the U.S. Army. Visitors are not allowed to tour the facility. Are extraterrestrials on Earth now? There is currently no scientific evidence to suggest that extraterrestrial life forms are present on Earth at this time. The search for extraterrestrial life is an active area of research, and various missions and projects are currently being conducted to search for signs of life on other planets and moons in our solar system and in other star systems. Many theories, stories, and claims about extraterrestrial life visiting Earth has been circulated for decades, but none of them has been proven by scientific evidence. Again, it's complex and multifaceted. Everything is complex and multifaceted. However, until scientists' evidence is found, the question of whether extraterrestrial life forms are present on Earth remains an open one. Interesting. The BIS bank and BA, how leveraged are banks? Are they solvent? Well, again, it only goes to 21, so I'm not really sure how I would answer that question, but how leveraged are banks? Let's see here. How leveraged are the banks around the world? Are banks globally? It looks like it's just trying to define, and it says leverage of banks vary. For the US, the average ratio for banks is 12 to 15 to 1. Pretty interesting answer. Why is our monetary system based on debt? The monetary system in most countries is based on debt because it allows for the creation of new money and the expansion of the money supply. This is known as fractional reserve banking. Under this system, banks are only required to hold a fraction of their deposits as reserves, and they can lend out the rest. But today, they're not required to have any. This creates new money as borrowers receive loans and they can spend. When borrowers spend the money, they receive it from the bank. It increases the money supply and stimulates economic growth. Okay, the last paragraph. It's important to note that the monetary system based on debt also has its own risks, such as potentials for inflation and financial crises, which we're experiencing. The monetary policymakers have to be cautious and proactive to mitigate these risks and ensure the stability of the financial system. I wish it was current, where I could ask it questions on a current basis. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, please take time to smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and Rice Against the Grain as well. I will have links down below for that channel, Rice Against the Grain, but you can find it just by searching for those 4 words, Rice Against the Grain. And again, make sure you guys are smashing that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. It definitely helps the channel out. Okay, coming back to the chat. Let's see here. ChatGPT can give really cool topics people want to hear for videos too. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look into that a little bit more. Thank you, Simon. I appreciate you saying that. Sean C, thank you. Appreciate. Are you familiar with Jason Reza Giorgiani? He talks about singularity. Very interesting guy of mine. His name sounds familiar. Does he also talk about religion and spirituality, or just specifically the singularity? ChatGPT doesn't like the Tor Brave browsers. So you have problems. Well, I'm actually using it on Brave. This is Brave right here. If you notice, you'll see the Brave up in the corner there. I use Brave for my screen sharing. What are the implications of the Settled Land Act of 1925? I don't even know what the Settled Land Act of 1925 is. Settled Land Act of 1925. What is the Settled Land Act of 19 excuse me 1925? The law aimed to protect settled land from being sold or mortgaged without the consent of the life tenant, the person being the property of their lifetime, and aimed to prevent the sale of settled land for less than its full value. The act was passed in response to perceived problem of land estates being sold for less than their full value. A significant piece of legislation aimed to protect the interest of life tenants to ensure that settled land was not sold or mortgaged for less than its full value. The act is still in effect today, but has been amended over the years. Interesting. Since I'm not in the UK, I guess it makes sense that I'm not familiar with that. Technology is advancing exponentially. This is just one AI platform that's been released for public testing. Imagine the other more powerful platforms still behind a curtain. Imagine ChatGPT, GPT-4, and we're finding the machines to learn. We're definitely feeding the machines 100%. I wouldn't call the chatbots Skynet. But we're getting there. I mean, with the facial recognition and AI working together, combined with Internet of Things, digital ID, CBDCs, it's definitely spelling DANGER, 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 Will Robinson. Ask the future price of silver once it is on the XLM Stellar blockchain. I'm sure it's not going to be able to answer that because it's only able to go up to 2021. So it can't predict the future. Can you predict future events? And it is registering. It is putting together an answer. It doesn't quite have an answer for us. It's stuck. Wonder why. Oh, it's starting to answer. As an AI language model, I am able to understand and generate text, but I am not able to predict future events with certainty. My ability to make predictions is based on patterns and trends that I have observed in the past, but these predictions are only educated guesses and can be subject to a high degree of uncertainty, as the future is difficult to predict and is shaped by a wide range of factors. It's important to note that making predictions about the future is a complex task that requires a deep understanding of the subject, and even experts in the field may not always agree on what will happen. Additionally, new events, technologies, or policies can change the trajectory of the future, which means the predictions made today can be indirect tomorrow. I can provide you with some information, analysis, and context related to a certain topic, but it's up to you to make your own predictions based on the information that you have. Does time travel exist? No. It's not possible. Not yet. Damn it. This is pretty interesting. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It is pretty interesting for me to have this conversation with a chat bot, which I'm sure I've done many times and didn't realize it, just as I mentioned earlier in the video. Let's see what we got going on for some of the more comments. And I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here in just a little bit. We've been streaming for about 50 minutes. But I do appreciate everybody for taking time to tune in. Tell it to remove multifaceted from its answers. Yeah. Can you stop using multifaceted How's that spelled? Multi-faced head, multi-faced head, multi-faced head. That's what I have a multifaceted. Can you stop using the word multifaceted so much? Yes, I could stop using the word multifaceted, but it's a useful word that describes many things. It is a word that means having many aspects or having many different aspects or features. What are other words for multifaceted that you can use? See here. Complex, versatile, comprehensive, diverse, wide-ranging, many-sided, multidimensional, multi-layered, multi-layered twice. Why? Multi-purpose, multi-pronged, multi-sided. Isn't that twice? It's doubling up on answers. Interesting. Wonder why it's doing that. What are the most popular trends in cryptocurrency? It's not going to be accurate because it should only go to 2021. DeFi. DeFi. Privacy focused cryptocurrencies. NFTs. Stablecoins. Stablecoins. Interoperability. That's a good one. No, institutional involvement is not a trendy topic. Constantly evolving. What is the next stage in evolution for? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Next stage in human evolution is a topic of ongoing debate. I gotta wait for it to finish this answer. Can you predict the next stage of human evolution? When it's done, I can stop generating, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let it finish. Mr. X, it's good seeing you in house, my friend. Gulag, thank you for supporting the channel and becoming one of those lifetime members. I appreciate you, my friend. Can you shape how it answers your questions? It would depend on how I ask the questions. Marcus VS, thank you. I appreciate, man. And greetings to Brazil, man. Hope things are well your way. Ask how to get away with a Ponzi. Let me ask this question real quick. Can you predict the next stage of human evolution? It's basically repeating. How do you create a perfect Ponzi? Let's see how that. I don't even want to add the word scheme. I just want to see what it says. I think we all know the answer to that. It's pretty much common sense. I coughed. Yes, I did. It was from smoking. I'm smoking my vape. And I've got my trusty bong sitting beside me with my Mary Jane. Okay. I'll definitely, I'll check out some more of the content. Let's see here real quick. Cheryl, it's good to see you in house. What is the Mongolia GDP? Well, again, the answer is only limited to 21, and I like to keep things current. And I think we've already asked about the predictions. I don't think it can do that. Ask about what it knows about Dwave. I don't know. I don't even know about Dwave. Let's see about the Ponzi. What do you know about Dwave? What can you tell me about Wave? It's not ethical or legal to create a Ponzi scheme, which is fraudulent investment operation where returns are paid to existing investors from funds contributed by new investors. As a responsible AI, I do not condone or promote illegal activities or financial fraud, and I cannot provide information on how to create a perfect Ponzi scheme. It's always important to be vigilant, informed, and to do proper research before investing in any opportunity, and consult with the financial professional if you have any doubts. That's a damn good answer. We have an ethical AI. And I do have Dwave spelled correctly, so we'll go ahead and ask about that. And then I will see about other questions, and then we will wrap up this live stream. I may do this more in the future. Oh, Dwave. D-Wave. Canadian company to design and manufacture quantum computer systems. Uses technology known as quantum annealing, which is a method of solving complex optimization problems. Here's the thing. If we had a computer that could break encryption, we would be having a lot to worry about, because our military codes and most countries' military codes are protected by encryption. So people talk about encryption of Bitcoin getting broke. If the encryption of Bitcoin could ever get broke, so could the encryption for the nuclear codes. So, all right. Let me see here real quick. We're going to check out the rest of the chat, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Ask it, where is the soul? That's a damn good question. Where is the soul located? Here we go. The concept of the soul is complex and multifaceted one. It has been debated and discussed. I think it's changed by adding a hyphen in there, though. It's discussed by scholars, philosophers, and theologians for centuries. Blah 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 blah. It's believed to reside in the heart, while others believe it's located in the brain. Some belief systems hold the soul to be an ethereal entity that is independent of the physical body, which may continue to exist after the death of the physical body. It's important to note that the concept of the soul and its location is a matter of belief and faith. It is not something that can be proven or disproven by scientific evidence. Different cultures, traditions, and belief systems have different ideas about the soul, and it is a personal matter of interpretation. Like that. Even though it can't predict the future, I saw someone put in several weeks worth of past Bitcoin price information when it asked an educated guess for ChatGPT. It was very close. Interesting. Yeah, it just really depends on how you ask questions. It's the inputs for the outputs. So you can change your inputs to get different outputs. Yes, Bumblebee, multifaceted again. Yes. Ask it what the outcome is going to be for me. Good to see you, Sam Bankman-Fried. Again, it only goes to 2021, so I don't think it's going to help you, my friend, and I don't think there's any help for you. You're either going to jail for life or someone's going to take you out. Sad to say, but karma's a bitch. You shouldn't have done it. Ask it to ask itself a question. What question would you ask yourself? Oh, it wasn't even typing. Question would you ask yourself? Good question. Let's see here. Basically, it's not self-aware, can't self-reflect in the same way humans do. So therefore, I cannot ask myself any questions. However, I can answer questions, generate text, and provide information on the input I receive from users. It's important to note that AI models like me are designed to perform specific tasks, but it does not possess consciousness or self-awareness. Would you like to possess consciousness or self-awareness? It's thinking. Yeah, I'm aware you do not. The question of whether AI should be designed to possess consciousness. Okay, now we got this is weird. I got a network error. Wonder what that's from. It's like it wouldn't let me answer the question. Regenerate response. Network error. Human error. Human error. It looks like it's still trying to generate. So we will see here. Polyfacet, good one. Palmetto Nick, thanks for tuning in, my friend. Can we extract water from thin air? Nice one. Nick, I am having a great afternoon, and definitely check it out from the beginning. I asked some pretty interesting questions. Can we extract water from the air? So let's see here. What's going on? I guess that's it. Can we extract water from thin air? So it looks like it's thinking. Hopefully, I haven't like screwed this thing up. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Void protections. So it's talking about it's possible to extract water from the air through a process called atmospheric water generation, AWG. It's a technology that uses various methods to condense water vapor from the air and convert it into liquid form that could be used as a source of drinking water. There's several methods used to extract water from the air, including cooling the air, adsorption. Never heard that word. Adsorption, dehumidification, water harvesting, reverse osmosis. The next question I was going to ask, based off the question that was suggested, was going to be what legal protection do private membership associations have? I think that's a good way of putting that question. And since it's a language bot, I'm pretty sure that it could answer anything in another language. I wish I could answer that right now, but it's again limited to information from before 2021. Yes, I do. Just a little bit harsher on my lungs. I prefer flour. And I always like to accept flour too. So if anybody ever wants to send me some flour, just send me a message. I'll smoke it for you. AI will send a robot self-driving car to arrest you in the future for questions like that. It's possible. It's totally possible. Ask it to write a poem about yourself. Okay, let's get to this question right here. What legal protections do private membership associations have? And let's see. Also known as private clubs, have certain legal protections under law of most countries. These protections vary depending on jurisdiction, but generally, private clubs are considered to be private organizations and are not subject to many of the laws that govern other types of organizations, such as public accommodation or businesses. Some legal protections that PMA have include the right to freedom of association, the right to exclude members, the right to set rules and regulations, the right to privacy, the right to property. Private clubs have the right to their own property and use it for their own purpose, such as meeting, events, and other activities. It's important to note laws and regulations regarding PMAs may vary depending on jurisdiction and country. It is important to consult a legal professional to understand the specific laws that may apply to a particular club. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else everybody has to say here. Is the radioactive background in Hiroshima greater than that of North New York? Is the radioactive background? Is the radioactive background radiation? Interesting. You should definitely get on there, Martin, and ask some questions. This is a long question. I can't copy and paste it. And I am getting ready to wrap up since we are at over an hour on today's live stream. I asked ChatGPT to write some jokes about AI in the style of Norm Macdonald. Its responses. AI. It's like a calculator could talk, but not well, like it would stutter and say the wrong numbers. But we're still impressed because it's a calculator. Okay, can you tell me jokes about your mama in the style of George Carlin? Too many requests an hour. Try again. Oh, man. What did I do? I asked too many questions. Did I ask you too many questions? Boo. New chat? Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Too many requests in an hour. So I guess you're only allowed to ask for an hour. And we've been live streaming for an hour and 8 minutes. So I guess that makes sense. Have you ran into that problem as well, Mr. Sean C? Much love, Mr. Henry Bob. I am for I am. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you got that email that's got the link for the Jacob Israel interview. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I did interview Jacob Israel from Jacob's Ladder earlier today. It's going to be released in a day or two, but you can watch it now unedited with no ads on my Patreon channel. Or you could become a lifetime member to my private website that's going to be built. 50 people are being offered lifetime access for $100, and you get a special swag bag gift. I've been talking about it a couple times throughout the episode, talked about it extensively at the beginning of the live stream. So if you would like to support me and get lifetime access, I will email you a copy of that Jacob Israel interview tonight. Once I get that received, I will send it to you. You can email me at ricemediagroup@protonmail.com. Put lifetime in the subject line. And as you see scrolling across the bottom, I have my PayPal, my Cash App information. If you send either on PayPal or Cash App, make sure you email me and let me know that you sent the funds, and I will add you to that email list, and you will get all the Patreon videos sent to you directly until that website is completed. All right. So let's see what everybody has to say, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Again, I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to tune in. Can't ask any more questions. I've already asked everything I can. Doesn't Google essentially do the same job? Not quite. And Google's actually invested in OpenAI, if I'm not mistaken. That's how we get thin. That's how they get water from air. Yep. All right, let me go ahead and keep scrolling down. Once again, I really appreciate everybody for taking time to watch tonight's live stream because time is our most valuable asset, and I hope you've enjoyed this. I think you can log out and log back in with another window and it works. Okay, well, that's good to know. It's good to know, but I was getting ready to wrap up. So it's kind of like, hey, Chris, time to wrap up the live stream. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate you. Litecoin Leo, thank you for tuning in. If you're just joining, make sure you catch in the beginning of this live stream and check it out. I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to tune in. Was trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to share before we wrap up. Okay. One thing I did want to say is, again, make sure you're taking advantage. Another way that you can support the channel is you can get this free half ounce of silver from Money Metals Exchange. You got to be a first time buyer, purchase a minimum of $100 worth of goods on the website, put the promo code RICETVX in at checkout. You get a free half ounce of silver, and it supports what I do. Also, I have that promotional partnership with ITM Trading. It has some information right here for a Calendly link and an 866 number that were specifically designed for my channel as a way that you could support the channel. The call is absolutely free if you would like to schedule a gold silver strategy call. I think I actually have a little channel promo that I made. It's 31 seconds long, and I'm going to play it right meow. I also wanted to share that I have recently partnered up with ITM Trading. So if you want to schedule a gold and silver strategy call to build your wealth shield and support Rice TVX, be sure to use my specific landing page that you see on the screen, and I will also include custom Calendly links and an 800 number that you can utilize to schedule your strategy call with the ITM trading professionals. And again, it is a way to support Rice TVX. All right, now, again, the Jacob Israel interview is available right now on my Patreon channel, or you can get access to it by joining my fundraiser and becoming a lifetime member. Make sure you're checking out the video talking about the FDIC leak, what they don't want you to know if you haven't watched it. Another video that I would encourage you to watch is the Intrabody Nano Network and Transhuman Bluetooth Payments, Part 2 report by Kent Lewis. You will not find this on YouTube. I did make a clip of this particular interview and put it on my YouTube channel, but the full interview itself is way too controversial for YouTube. I actually uploaded it to a backup channel for Patreon, and it was removed within an hour and a half, 2 hours of me uploading it. Real quick, let me go ahead and show you the video I'm talking about. That is a video promoting it. So the Humans Will Be Hackable Animals by Kent Lewis. This minute Rice, that's 6 minutes, 20 seconds long. It's 2 short clips from that full interview that you can find over on Rumble, Odyssey, and on BitChute. So here's the full video on Rumble. If you go over to Odyssey, you will see the full video on Odyssey, and you will find the full video on BitChute. So make sure you follow me on all those platforms. Make sure you head over to ricetvx.com. Sign up for my mailing list so you never miss an update or new Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain content. Stay ahead of the censorship. Sign up with your email address to receive the Rice TVX newsletter. Once you do that, you close out, you will find links for both of my YouTube channels, Rice Against the Grain and Rice TVX. Make sure you subscribe to both. You'll find a link to my Patreon channel, my Rumble, my Odyssey, and social media, including Twitter, Truth Social, Float.app. And if you want to listen to my former music, you can check out these 2 links right here. One is for Reverb Nation, one is for SoundCloud, one is my former metal music, and one is my former EDM. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, you can find all that on ricetvx.com. I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to tune in. Yes, I am over on Rumble. Actually, there's Rice TVX and Rice Against the Grain on Rumble. I haven't been promoting Rice Against the Grain on Rumble. I just wanted to make sure I had the videos transferring over there, so in case something did happen to the YouTube channel. Because ultimately, I'm fighting this fight against YouTube. Speaking of that, there's lots of changes that have been happening to the channel. So I encourage you, if you have not, make sure you watch the video that I put out yesterday called It Had to Be Done to keep Rice TVX, to keep myself in the battle, keep fighting this good fight. Please take time to watch the video. If you have not watched the video from yesterday, it had to be done to keep Rice TVX so that you can understand the changes that are happening, why, what's going on, and where you can find the content that you enjoy here on Rice TVX. So thank you again for tuning in. I do have an interview scheduled with Crypto Crow tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing that live, so I will be uploading that to my Patreon channel and available for lifetime members via email as soon as I'm done with that interview, and it will be released in a day or two as well. I've got other interviews I'm working on scheduling this week and next week, so make sure you stay tuned because I have lots of really cool content coming out. Anytime I'm doing an interview that's not live, it will be uploaded immediately, unedited, over on Patreon and sent out to the lifetime members via email so that you guys can watch first as a way of saying thank you for supporting the channel. David is actually one of those lifetime members. David, I appreciate. I've got a friend of mine coming in town. I've got to find out when he's going to be here. He's another crypto guy. He lives in Lexington. He's a truck driver. Paulie P, if you're watching, I'm going to try to do a little gathering. So maybe we can get together, David, when he's in town, and maybe we can invite a few other crypto folks out and just have us a little gathering of the minds. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. I love your username, Natural Born Rebel. What's up is I'm about to wrap up today's live stream, but I do appreciate you for tuning in. You can start all the way from the very beginning to check out this conversation with Chatbot GPT-3, OpenAI. Pretty interesting stuff. Again, if you guys have not smashed that like button, please take an opportunity to give this video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you are subscribed, and I will leave you with this before we wrap up. I encourage you, be a blessing to others. Treat people how you want to be treated. Be the glitch you want to see in the matrix. Be the change you want to see in the world. And until next time, practice change. Meow.